Estamos aquí con Mariusz de Riverside. Hi, how are you, Mariusz?
Hi, thank you. I'm good. Thank you very much.
How are you feeling? You're gonna be in Latin America and in Mexico, and most importantly, here in Monterrey in March 17 at Cafe Iguana.
I'm very happy, but I'm not very happy because I need to reach to your place by plane, and I hate flying. But instead of that, everything is fine. I need to pack my stuff soon, so also don't like it. But the rest, it's worth it.
Yeah, of course. I also don't like flying. I'm just scared of heights.
Well, yeah, yeah. Ah, that's the
But we
part of
have
the
to do
job,
it.
huh? Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
If I just said to myself, if I one day I will quit Riverside, the flying things will be the main reason. So I'm happy that at least before that we can play a few shows in Mexico.
Of course. And what are you expecting from these crowds? What's your favorite thing about being here in Latin America and Mexico?
I have the feeling that everyone from Europe just saying the same thing about your being so enthusiastic during live shows. I guess you know about it. You know, this is your visit card. And we are really looking forward to experience that because it gives boost and it's lots of good energy, lots of good vibes that thanks to your reactions happens on the stage. So I'm waiting for that.
Yeah, what does it mean for you to have your music resonating with people all the way over here, all the way from Poland?
What can I say? I'm happy that I'm famous not only in Poland. And it's crazy that even people in Mexico knows my music and knows what I'm doing. This is great. It feels great. It feels that whatever you do has a meaning. It matters something, especially music. That it's not only for locals, but
Yeah.
it touches people's heart worldwide. That's amazing. The best possible compliment for the artist.
And
Uh,
what can you tell us about ID.Entity? I really like the name, by the way. Like I like this play of words.
Thank you. What do you want to know about it?
What was the inspiration behind it? I heard that you kind of were stepping out of your comfort zone for this record.
Well, I, I probably the lyrics are much more important on this album than on the previous ones. I mean, I don't want to say that lyrics in the previous albums were not important. I mean, in the wider sense, it's something that it's not only about the protagonist who is suffering from some things around him. It's mostly struggling with his loneliness and solitude and, I don't know, depression. This time, I was writing more about the society, and the music was connected with that. For instance, if I was writing about people who are trying to pretend someone else, I wanted to use the music that people already knew from, I don't know, old times, like experiment with 80s. Not because I'm a huge fan of 80s and I'm listening to Aha all the time, or I don't know, some other music. It was just like, it was mostly connected with the lyrics. Who do you pretend to be to please everyone? So I needed something like, okay, this is Riverside, but they're just playing like someone else, right? That kind of stuff. So the lyrics were the main reason why the music has changed on this new album. And the second reason was that this time we decided to be inspired by our live shows and put more energy for this album. And thanks to this, I believe that you can listen to our recent album also during the day, not only at night with a glass of red wine in your hand and dark, gloomy light, if you know what I mean.
Yeah. Yeah, which is why it also connects with the name of the record, doesn't it? Like the identity of.
Yeah, well, ID.Entity, that's the thing, you know. This is the album that shows identity of the band, and this album that talks about identity of modern society. And you said that you like how it looks like, you know, ID.Entity. That makes that in this title we have two, right? ID and entity. Yeah, I like it too. Also, there's lots of titles like identity. Lots of bands have this title, so I just wanted to make it different a bit.
Yeah, and like you say, the ID.Entity, and it showcases what the album is about. Do you have any favorite on this record and any track you were the most proud of?
I like first three, definitely are the best on this new album. But I know that The Place Where I Belong is also great during live performances. It's better and better. The whole album is okay, but I believe that Friend of Foe is the most, maybe the bravest composition that we have made, mostly because, you know, playing progressive rock means that you need to remember about fans that they're really conservative in terms of genres, you know. That's funny because lots of people listening to prog, they just think, okay, we need to listen to something new. We need to listen when the bands are experiment, when they're just pushing the boundaries, when they try to just connect two different kind of genres. But at the end, they just still want to listen the same. They like to be in their comfort zone. And we have experienced that this song, Friend or Foe, kind of divided people into, you know, two groups. One group said, wow, that was brave, this is really cool, and said, what is that, disco? What is that? That's where's the beautiful melancholy? Where's this darkness? Where's the deepness? What the hell is that? Well, sorry, but we don't want to record the same album all the time.
Of course, you like I was saying, you wanted to step out of your comfort zone.
That is true.
And speaking of records, your last record was in 2018. A lot of things had happened since, like there was a pandemic, a lot of things have changed. How did this influence, did it have any influence on this new record?
Definitely, I was reading a lot about how the world has changed, and also on this special art book, I wrote that these days the world has changing so fast that you simply need to finally adapt to these changes, especially if you are, I don't know, at the age like us, you know. You don't have a choice. You just need to read a few books. You need to see a few programs. You need to realize that there is a different generation right now who needs something else. That's the thing. If we want to achieve something, we really try to be more united than ever. But that's the biggest problem of our society. There's divisions, those polarizations that lots of politicians use, unfortunately, because if the society is divided, it's easier to rule them, right? That's the thing about this new album and the whole general message.
Of course. And speaking of all these lessons, throughout your career, what would you say has been the biggest or even the hardest lesson that you have learned?
Throughout all these 20 years? Oh, well, we had a very hard lesson. You know, we lost one of our member of the band. He died in 2016, so it's been like 8 years. That was really hard lesson for us, for me. So I've learned that if you really care about something, you need to carry on. And you need to move on, and you need to do something, even if the world screams at you that you should, I don't know, hide yourself in bed and do something against the tide. We did that. We survived quite big crisis in our life. So, you know, COVID, answering now your previous question, was not such a big issue for us. I myself did lots of stuff, you know, as a solo artist during the pandemic. For me, the pandemic was okay because I didn't have to fly. Hello. And that was very good for me. I could stay, I could say stop. And I also didn't want to record anything for Riverside because I believe that Riverside needs this break. So, but yeah, we have learned many things throughout all these years. And we also learned that we have amazing fans, that they are just like our family and we can rely on them. And that's beautiful.
Of course, and speaking of fans or people who also want to be in a band, they want to start a band, do you have any advice for them, for the young musicians?
Well, I believe that there are two key things that you always need to have in your head. You need to be modest and you need to be consequent. You need to know that we don't live in American dream when you can, you know, push everybody saying that I'm the best, look at me, I'm the best. It's no longer an issue. You just need to prove that you are real, that you're honest. And for that, people needs time. Otherwise, you will look like another product of someone very rich or someone that wants to achieve something. So being humble is really, really important these days. But of course, you need to remember that you have your own needs and you need to think about them, but slowly, step by step.
Of course.
Not right here, right now. Yeah.
Of course, and speaking of changes and everything, this is also your first record with a new official member. How has this been, like, this adaptation?
Well, I know Maciek from long time ago. You know, he's my friend, and we did some stuff before Riverside as well together. So it feels like home. It was just this experience, like he joined our band in a very natural way. It was not a thing like, you know, we were doing some experiments with listening, I don't know, 5 or 6 guitar players and then choosing the best ones. No, there was no entertainment about that. It was just like natural choice. And on this album, Maciej helped to achieve what we wanted.
Of course, and what can we expect from Riverside in the future?
I don't know. For sure, this year we are playing the shows, and I'm happy to start this tour from Latin America, and because that will be a great boost of energy for us. And I do hope that we'll meet lots of fans who are waiting for us. I promise to go back a year after, in 2022. I don't want to say that I lied, because I really wanted to go back in 2023, but it was not possible, unfortunately. But I'm happy we're going back at the beginning of 2024. So I lied maybe 50%. That's really important for us to start this tour this year with a big impact. And I truly believe that those shows in Mexico, I don't know, in Chile, in the places when we are for the first time, that will be a very nice, that will be an amazing adventure. In spite of all this flying stuff, I do hope that I will come back with, you know, very smiley heart and smile on my face as well.
Of course, you're looking forward to all this energy that you've heard about.
Yeah. Yes, would be nice.
And yeah, and to end this, any message for the fans that are waiting here in Monterrey for you in March 17?
I guess it will be the first time for us, right? We have never played in Monterrey. No, we played in Mexico City and Guadalajara. So, guys, well, I'm really looking forward to meet you. for the first time. Maybe some of you were on our previous shows somewhere in Mexico City, for instance, but I'm really looking forward to see your city and the audience in front of the stage for the first time. And that can be nice. I would like to thank you for the support and for the huge, big love that we always receive from your side. So it's really inspiring. It helps to continue what we do.